It's late May in England. The hawthorn's flowering in the hedgerows. A sign that the worst of the weather's over. It means that qualifying for Paris Brest Paris starts to become a pleasure rather than merely a duty.
It's a learning curve.
So how many people have signed up today then?
About 45 on the Spurn Head and about 15 on the old 240.
Oh,
the old 240 is very, very hilly, very challenging.
What's the difficult bits then?
All this bit around here, getting out of this valley.
Yeah, it's steep and...
Steep and narrow lanes and
yeah.
all the fun of the dales.
It's around here, around Calderdale, around Keighley, where there are lots of long, sharp shocks compared to the gradual inclines of Hartside and Redmoss, which spend a long time getting up to their height, and they do it very, very gradually indeed.
The old 240-400k covers all the same ground as London-Edinburgh-London. It's an extension of an event that was first run in the 1940s. It's quite historical.
It was 240 in 24 hours, but there were years when nobody finished. Whereas we've added 10 miles and added 3 hours, and the great majority of people will finish it.
So are you riding today?
No.
Are you just going to film us?
No. I'm just going to film the start and go home and go to bed. So you haven't given up on the idea of PPP then?
I gave up for about 2 days. And then I decided that come August I'd be really sad if I didn't have a second go.
I smoke, but I never buy them.
Well, you're not getting any off now.
Yeah.
One of the things that did my head in on the Landfair 400 was at midnight you still had 170, 150k to go. At midnight here, you're just like, you've got 5 hours to go.
Oh, yeah.
Sunrise is 4
true,
hours away.
Morning, Steve. How are you? Damon here. How was your marathon?
The marathon, it was okay till we got to 18.5 miles.
Yeah?
And then my guide's legs got a bit rubbery.
Oh no, so you were left without a guide?
No, well, we had to walk and then run to the finish.
Fair enough, that's good.
Yeah.
But you finished?
We finished, yeah, and he won. He was first vet 65.
Oh, excellent. That's good. You're not doing a 400 in Ireland then?
No, because I'm working over in England now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm having to do all my PBP
qualifiers
here. Yeah.
So which ones have you done?
I did Air Elenith.
Oh God.
Oh, what a cracker! But I did it on an old bike, and I had 40-25 was my biggest gear.
Oh.
Oh God! I had to walk up the hills.
But the cleats, yeah.
Broke the cleats, so I couldn't clip in.
Uh-huh.
So I had to get a guy to tape me into my pedals.
Tape?
Stop. Yeah, they taped me in, and every time I got to a control line, they'd rip it off, and then another guy would tape me up.
And the 600, which one will you do?
I will do the one next week in Exeter.
Ah, hilly.
Is it?
Oh, maybe
I couldn't
not.
get into the Windsor one.
No?
No.
Yeah, this is the Spurn Point one. Basically a tour of industrial West Yorkshire and the East Riding of Yorkshire, the flatlands.
Yeah, the Hockney World.
The Hockney World, yes. It goes along Woldgate, which an old Roman road which features heavily in Hockney's recent work.
And I'm doing the Spurn.
Spurnhead, so discretion is the better part of valour today, is it?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to have to qualify, I think it's best to do one that's going to work.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping after not finishing the Heartbeat 400.
That was a hard ride though, wasn't it?
It was a hard ride, yeah.
Very hard ride. And bad weather.
Yeah, I was just so cold, I had to stop in the end. It was freezing.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hang around after Ripon, I knew what the forecast was. There's no way I was going on a motorbike into that lot.
yeah, that were a good move.
It's him again with the feet. The legendary feet.
Yeah.
So how were they on the Heartbeat? Bit cold, were they?
No, they're all right.
You're a hard man, I can tell. What does somebody who does long distance cycling on the different bases think of it? I mean, what does it strike you as a mad idea, or something you might do one day, or?
So I did the Vattenrundan in Sweden with a bunch of friends last summer, and it just made me feel sick at the thought of cycling 300 kilometres in one go overnight.
Ah.
It just seems like so much hard work.
the almost insurmountable barrier to me is getting up at this time.
It is, yeah. As well, riding the long hours as well as the long distance when it comes to 400k and 600. And it takes a lot of time out of people's lives. An awful lot of people can't commit to that.
No.
Because they've got things that they need to do. Yeah, and even that, to be honest, is an awful lot for a lot of people.
That's wrong. I'm not frightened of hard work. It just...
So many much nicer things to do.
Well, I mean, I cycled a good part of the way round Lake Vatton, but like I say, I sort of stopped every evening and drank wine and appreciated the scenery and slept in a comfortable bed. So, yeah, I'm full of admiration and respect.
Long distance cycling today is a very different world from the 1940s, when cycle tourists were riding the old 240.
They had to do it faster. They weren't necessarily Audax riders with experience of long distances up to 12 and 1400 like these. They were just Halifax CTC club riders. I mean, and 240 was the biggest distance they ever did. While a lot of our societies become more armchair oriented, there are a small number of people who've become more fitness oriented. We've been going to extremes, really. You know, there's more in Audax now, and I hope there's going to be more in the future. Audax appeals to a lot of ascetics, and quite frankly, I'm not even sure that some of the privations that people put themselves to are things we want to encourage or which will attract others. It's got to be more sort of, here's a welcoming activity with good people, and you will enjoy yourself. And there are people who will take their time and will presumably finish within the time limit.